Hey, Greg Hawks here. So I wanted to show everybody how I go about scraping websites. And there's a couple things that you can do to get started off in this world that's probably easier than what I usually use. The first extension that I'm going to talk about is called Instant Data Scraper. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me move my box too. I want to move my box. So the easiest way you can find Chrome extensions is you just type Google Chrome Store, Chrome Web Store, and you want to look up Instant Data Scraper, and it pops up Instant Data Scraper. So I have this added to Chrome. You should see Add to Chrome right here. I'm going to click on that and fill out whatever registration you need to. Instant Data Scraper is pretty easy to use. It looks like a little Pokemon ball. Let me move this, if I can move this so I can see. There's a little Pokemon ball right here. That's Instant Data Scraper. So what do I use scrapers for? Well, in this instance, I'm going to scrape this website that has a list of doctors in Vermont. And all I have to do with Instant Data Scraper is this. Click on the button. It comes up. It does a pretty good job of capturing information. Now, lots of information really quickly. Don't really have to build out anything or customize it, but it's hit or miss. Sometimes it'll do a good job of pulling everything in. Sometimes it won't do a good job. So, but this is pretty much the easiest one to use. The other one that I use is called DataMiner, and same deal. If you're going to the Chrome store, look up DataMiner. And I like this because this is DataMiner, by the way. Okay, so again, click on that, add that to your Chrome extensions, and then you can go in and customize scrapers. And in this case, I want to build out a recipe. They call them recipes. So these custom scripts that I'm going to be talking about, they call them recipes. And what they use as far as building this out is called a recipe creator. So, oh, that's something different. Let's see. So if I wanted to scrape this page, I have to build a custom scraper by myself. Once I have it installed, oh, I didn't want to go there. Once I have the extension installed, right click, start DataMiner, and another window is going to pop up. There we go. So interface is not the easiest to use. This usually pops up in a separate window. So it's also easy to lose this because it'll go behind whatever window you're using. So to avoid that, I'm gonna make sure that I have this one up. So you can go here and look for recipes that have already been created. I like to use DataMiner when I want to get specific details or build another layer of scraping into something. Okay. This is one of the few tools that I use to that I pay for. So if I was to create a new recipe or a new script, click on new recipe, add a new recipe. This is where I'm talking about the pop-up coming up. Sometimes I'll lose this. Maybe I could do this. Yeah, I can do this. I want you there. Okay. Oh, and there's my list. I want my list right here. Yes, I want you right here. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to build a list of profiles. So I want to pull in multiple rows into a spreadsheet so I can do something with it later. Okay. So in this case, I want to do this first option, which is list search page. I want to go to the page. We don't need to do anything there. So what I'm going to do now is set up rows that I want to build, and then I'm going to set up the columns. So as far as the rows go, I want to pull the information from this this section right here. Sometimes you have to hover and mess with it a little bit. Let's do that one. Nope, that's not going to work. There we go. And so click on one to pull in some information. You pull in two to pull in the second row. And as you can see, you've got rectangles to house all this information. It gets really confusing, I know, but I'm about to walk you through the rest of it. Sometimes when the easy column tool or easy row tool doesn't work, you have to go in and kind of dig in there, but I'll do that on another video. Okay, columns. I want to add a new column. I'm going to do name. In this case, click on Easy Column Finder. And what we're going to be using is C. It says you hit the C button on your keyboard to pull in the information you want. Okay, that looks like the information I want, right? That's the person's name. And you can always do a preview of the data that you're pulling in by clicking this button. Yes, that is the column that I want, right? So next column. Again, if I want to pull in some more information, let me do specialty. Click on Easy Column Finder, and I'm going to pull in this information. Okay, family medicine, general family medicine. That's right. Looks good. And so I have this information for everybody. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm going to take this information and utilize it to look them up on different platforms. So again, I want to add another column. Let's see. That might be patient top choice. Sometimes I'll do rating, number of reviews, but I want this. I want to see what this pulls. So C. Okay. So the auto pull is pulling the address in the hospital. So what I'll do is I'll make this one address. And this next one, choose by position. I'm going to make this the hospital or their employer. So it's not an exact science by any means. So again, I can pinpoint exactly what I want. I could actually pull URLs as well, but I'm not as concerned about that because I'm going to be using a different platform to pull in the information. But this might be a good use case real quick. Let me see what this pulls. Let me try to pull a URL. Is it a page URL? Let's see. What's here? Easy column finder. Let's see what's here. Can we pull the picture? Can pull the picture. Okay. Okay. Let me dig in a little bit here. I want to extract a URL. I want to pull from Advanced Filter Finder. In Advanced Finder, you have to push the Shift button to pull in the information. So, it's picture, image. What I'm looking for is like an A or href. That's code for URLs. Maybe here. It's heading. Let me see what this pulls. Okay, it didn't pull anything. Let me just pull in A and see what that pulls. Okay, so I just put in A, and I was able to pull in some URLs. That looks like the profile that might come to fruition later on. So I'm just going to say that's a link. Okay, that's my boss. Um, okay, so if I was to, I could save my recipe and make it public if I want to. So this is, I should put my name on it. Okay, so I can share it, save it, and I could actually add another step to this too. So with these pages, you can you can also add navigation. You see how I have a page of 7 here? Well, they have an easy nav finder too, so I can literally find the navigation button, which is this, and in the same way, set up some automation that way. Okay, so I know this works because I've tested it. Okay, so I have my scraper built. So now what do I do? That's a good question. So I have primary care physicians focused here. I can actually get more specialties, but I want to run this and pull in the data from this page. Cannot launch mon. Okay, that's because I have too many of these open. Okay, no worries. Let me. Oh, I do have another one. Is that it? No. Let me pull in. Too many pages open. I have too many data miners. I have too many windows. So what I'm going to do is do a page scrape with. Right now, this is public. I have to do it with the recipe I just created. Click on it, and I want to scrape and append because I'm going to be pulling in more and more information. Let me make this big so I can see. So again, like I went about a longer way of getting the information, and I can come and adjust this, but that's what I want. So I'm going to scrape this. Actually, I want to do the next page automation too. Okay, so I have that built in. I just scraped the page and gotten 40, but I want all the pages. So let me see where I'm at. I am on the website now. I am on the first page, I think. Yes, I'm on the first page. All right. So I have next page automation built in. I want to wait between, do 5 seconds. How many pages are here? Pull that in again. There are 7 pages. Okay, so I'm going to wait 5 seconds after each page scrapes. I can delete this because I'm starting on the first one. So I'm going to scrape the 7 pages, and you'll see every 5 seconds it'll load the next page with another list of 20 doctors. Okay, so that's the first page. It's thinking. It's thinking. Oh, it already flipped to the second one. Okay. See, I wasn't even paying attention. I missed it. Now it's to 60. And now that I have this set up, what I can go do, I can go back and get the other specialties in the area. That way I'll have a much bigger and more robust list of doctors that I could target. Okay. And so I can go back and scrape another group of pages like this. I can download this into a CSV file. I can pull this into one of my data enrichment tools. So a much more functional way of utilizing this. Let me see if it pulls it up here. Yeah, and so what I might do, I can go in here and separate these. That way it's not as, you don't have multiple links on here, which is pretty easy. But I got the main guts of what I needed. I got their name, I've got their specialty, address of their office, who their employer is. Let me just show you. This is text column still here. Text 2 columns. Excel might have changed it. So I'll come back to that at a later time. But again, I've got the information I needed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go utilize this and look these folks up and add more details to the data that I have, as well as go and scrape more people. That way I have a lot more doctors we can reach out to in the Vermont area. All right. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be here and can walk you through this, because it's taken me 10 years to get to this level of data mining. And this is only the first video that I've done. So yeah, let me know, and I'll be happy to jump in and help.